Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist. This is episode 194 and it is February 4th, I believe. Yes, 4th. Whoa! We lost a daisy, flying daisy going through the screen. February 4th, 2015. Helps if I get on the right page. It's the day after my birthday. Yay! I'm 34 now. Crazy. Hard to believe 4 years ago I was wearing a tiara on the show and announcing it was my 30th birthday, but here I am. 4 years later, still recording, and let's go right into it. Grab your hot beverage of choice and let's chat. I don't have much to show you this week because even though I had like the last 6 days off, it's been a busy 6 days. My parents came out to visit. I flipped my sleep schedule around because while they're here, I wanted to be awake so I could visit with them. It's been crazy with the babies and getting in and out of the house and going places and just nuts. So there's not a whole lot going on here in terms of crafty stuff. So this is going to be a pretty short show this week. So first things first, put all my needles in my Stitch by Jessalou rock, paper, scissors, lizard Spock bag. This is the old school purple version. I think she has a blue version now. I have, oh, and of course I didn't bring a sock blocker out here again. My A Little Bit Tipsy socks. So this is my 64 stitch vanilla sock pattern that I always use. I just did a purl variation, so every time I came to the blue, I would purl. And I did that for the cuff, and then did a slip stitch heel. I did use the gusset pattern from the Breaking Hearts sock pattern by Christy Brockway that I've shown the Breaking Hearts pattern before. It's just you do your decreases on the bottom of the foot rather than on the sides. And I like how it fits my foot a little better, so obviously these are for me. This is out of Blue Moon Fiber Arts, Socks That Rock, in their Socks That Rock Lightweight, which is 100% Superwash Merino. It is their Sadie Sue Tipsy colorway. And all of the Tipsies are like that. The majority of the yarn is the undyed. There we go. And then there's just, like, they take the huge loop hank of yarn and just tip one end of it in a contrasting color. And I loved this teal blue. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So the second sock is coming along. I was still working on the cuff, and I was thinking I needed another inch. It turned out to be about 1.5 inches in order to finish that cuff. And I got my heel all finished. Well, my heel flap, I should say. I am working on the gusset. I worked on this while I got my hair done today. That's why it's kind of curly. I just came from the salon, so that's why I'm recording a little bit late because of that. So I'm working my way down. I've got my stitch markers showing where my gusset is going to go. Let's see if I can spread it out a little better for you guys. There you go. You can kind of see there. See where my gusset is decreasing. Slowly, I need to get down, I'm almost done. I have like 6 more rows and the gusset will be done. I can motor my way out the foot. And hopefully I will have a finished pair of socks for you next week and something else cast on, but no guarantees. I'm working the next 4 nights. That's what I get for taking Monday off because I didn't want to work any part of my birthday. They moved me, instead of just giving me the day off, they moved my day at work to Thursday, so it's okay. I'm working 4 days in a row this weekend, so we'll see how much I get done. So that's it. That's all that I didn't mention, I'm working these on a US 1.5, a 2.5 millimeter needle. I'm using the Addi Turbo Sock Rockets, which are a little bit, hang on, sorry. Oh, camera, focus. Maybe? Nope. Okay, they're a little bit pointier, and of course now it's going to be out of focus. So I'll just keep talking. They're definitely pointier than the regular Addi Turbos. They are not quite, they might be as pointy as the Addi Lace. Okay, maybe if I lean this way. It always hates it when I lean that way. My camera's weird. My camera's weird, which I'll talk about in various and sundry, but it's weird. because if I lean that way, it goes out of focus. If while it's out of focus, I just discovered I lean that way again, it goes back in focus. Weird. Okay. Anyway, it won't be a problem next week. But hopefully, finished pair of socks by next week. Fingers crossed. I'm not making any promises, but there you have it. I have nothing on my wheel. I have not spun at all this week. I meant to. Again, family in town visiting. I don't want to spend time at my wheel. I've actually been sleeping at night instead of during the day, so I've been getting more sleep. So like that quiet time in the middle of the night that I normally have, where hubby's sleeping, the twins are sleeping, and I'm awake because, hello, night shift nurse. Sorry, Daisy's over here. Daisy, come on. Come say hi. Come on, Munchkin. Come on. We have a naked Daisy. She had a spa day the other day and got a haircut. And you are very naked. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah, that quiet time middle of the night that normally everyone else is sleeping and I have nothing else to do. So I'll come down here and catch up on TV shows and watch shows, watch podcasts, and spin or knit. The spare bedroom where my parents are staying is right over there, so I really can't do that. And this is really the most comfortable spot for me to use my spinning wheel just because the chair is adjustable. Yeah, I know you don't like being up here, Munchkin. There you go. So I haven't really done any spinning. My ball of yarn is here. I still have not gotten yardage on what my 3-ply Crown Mountain Farms was, although it did plump up beautifully. Oh, look at that gorgeousness. Oh, love it. Love it. Oh, baby. That is gorgeousness in a skein right there. I'm excited to see how the other half is going to be. Navajo plied. Stuff's falling everywhere. It's crazy around here. So, yeah. Nothing spun. Wheel has not been touched. It's still sitting over there. Nothing. So, on to pokey things. My Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery 2012 Winter Sampler. I got a very small amount done. And this was after consulting with my mom because if you remember last week, so there's the whole thing. Last week, I was working on Square 23, the little figgy pudding right there. And I had everything done but the cake plate. And I was lamenting the fact that, oh, I have to stitch more of that metallic gold. Ugh. And I mean, I love how the metallic gold looks. Like the base, you can see the sparkle on the base of the snow globe. It's on the top of the light bulb there. It's on the top and some of the stripes of the ornament. There's something that's gold on every row, pretty much, going across. Oh, and the top of the Christmas pickle is the gold. But those are fairly small areas, and it's getting larger and larger. The last 2 frames are the metallic gold, and it's just, oh, it pains me to knit with that crunchy stuff. So my mom said, knit with one strand of the, or knit, stitch with one strand of the metallic and one strand of another color that matches. Not just random color, obviously not. Duh. So I had picked out a very bright yellow, and I was very scared to start stitching because I didn't want to rip it out if it was wrong and looked bad. So I waited until my mom got here, which was last Friday. No, excuse me, she didn't get here until Saturday. So I talked to you all on Wednesday, and she didn't come until Saturday. And I think I asked her about it on Sunday morning. So this was stitched on Sunday after we had picked out a color. So I had that absolutely tacky, bright, I mean, I'm talking like crayon highlighter yellow. What made me think crayon highlighter yellow went with this is beyond me. I don't know. So I pulled out all my boxes of floss, and I've got a bunch. I've got the big giant tackle box, huge thing, double-sided, that I've showed you guys before. That was my mom's floss container. And then she had a few of these lovely things. And then one of you, I can't remember, some lovely, lovely viewer last year when she saw I was stitching was like, hey, you're stitching a lot of stuff. You want, my daughter and I used to make friendship bracelets. Do you want the rest of our floss? We stopped doing it years ago and it's just sitting here. I went, sure. So I have 4 of these. And then another one that's maybe if you cut it in half here. So like it's half of one of these. So 4 of these bad boys, full. A little half one, full. And then the tackle box that's probably 2/3 to 3/4 full. I have a lot of floss. There's a lot of different yellows and golds and goldy browns to choose from. So I brought them all out. And Mom and I were sitting down here, actually right here. And I went, help me, because I don't think this yellow goes. And she went, oh, no, it doesn't go. So she pulled out, she kind of picked through the boxes, and my mom, honestly, color matching whiz. You take her to a fabric store, you pick out fabric you want. She'll be holding the fabric in one hand. She kind of looks at the fabric and she'll look at the thread, like for sewing, and she'll grab a spool of thread out, holding us the fabric, and go, okay, let's go. Amazing. I don't know, her color matching abilities are awesome. Mine suck, evidently. So this is the color that she picked. It is DMC 734. And there we go. That's a little better. You can obviously you can see the metallic shine. Up closer to the screen, it has a green cast to it. When I go to walk up my basement stairs, the shade there it's like a red glass shade. I didn't pick it out. It came with the house. It looks very like lime green, and it's like, oh dear God, did I make the right choice? And then, so I waited. Actually, I think we picked it out Saturday night. I waited till Sunday morning so I could see this in natural light upstairs. This DMC 734 is almost a perfect match for the metallic gold. It's kind of an old gold color versus the glittery gold. So the cake plate under the figgy pudding is 1 strand of 734 and 1 strand of the metallic gold. So it's not, you can still see the sparkle. I'm sorry, that's why I'm trying to angle it so it'll catch the light so you can see it. It's not quite as sparkly as the full, where I did 2 strands of the metallic that was driving me absolutely nuts and making me, as Bev Palette PC put it, making me want to rage quit and throw my yarn across the, or throw my stitching across the room. I really didn't want to keep doing that. So this is making me happier. The last 2 frames are going to be stitched with 1 strand of the 734 and 1 strand of the metallic gold, and I will be much happier and my sanity will remain intact. That's the plan. I'm hoping. So that's it. That's all my crafty stuff. I have that measly little amount of progress on, well, I guess I got a decent amount done on the sock, but for a week, that's pretty pathetic for me. And that teeny, pathetic, piddling little amount of progress on the stitching and no spinning. So see, here we are, 13 minutes in. Show's done. Almost. Little things. Moving on to various and sundry. Yay. Thank you to the people that wished me happy birthday on Instagram, Flirt, Facebook, Ravelry, everywhere. I had a good day. It was different. It wasn't a huge celebration. Hubby and I went out for dinner the night before because he had to work on my actual birthday, which kind of sucked. But we went out to Bent Fork here over in Loveland and had a fabulous, fabulous meal. He got me Corner Gas, the movie, which is fun. I can't wait to watch it. I'm really excited about that. I fell asleep last night before I could even break the plastic off of it, so yay. My in-laws not knowing what to get me, and my husband's going, I don't know, you ask her yourself. So I went, okay, give me a gift certificate to the Loopy U. So my in-laws gave me a $25 gift certificate to the Loopy U, so I need to have some fun with that. I have an idea already, but it's marinating still. And then my parents, so, oh wow, it didn't go fuzzy. Weird. Okay. So the whole webcam, crazy webcam. And I'm very sorry I didn't get this taken care of already. My parents got me a new camera. Yay! This is the best Logitech webcam that Best Buy carries right now. I went and checked it out. I'm excited. The one I currently have, I believe, I know it's a Logitech. I can't remember if it's a 400 or a 600, whatever it is. It was the best kind that they had 5.5 years ago when I first started. So it's time for an upgrade. It's actually held up fairly well in 5 years' time. It wasn't until now, with the new recording, that it started doing the whole out of focus, in focus thing. So next week, I will have this up and running, and we will be able to bid old webcam a fond farewell and maybe smash it with a hammer. No, I don't have anywhere to smash it with a hammer. We'll toss it in the trash and we'll call it good. What else? Oh, how I spent my birthday was actually doing something that's not really for me and more for my family. It's a little nuts with my hubby is working days and I'm working nights. And a lot of times when I get up in the afternoon, it's like he looks at me and goes, "What's for dinner?" And I'm going, "I don't know, fix something yourself. You're a big boy. You can handle it." And I know it's only going to get worse as the twins get older. And even on the nights when he works, I usually like to have something cooked when he comes home, because he's exhausted and he just wants to eat and go to bed. So to aid us on that path, I've been following Once a Month Meals over on Facebook. And they've got, I don't know their whole backstory. I haven't really poked through the whole entire website yet, but I've been following them for several months, just kind of looking at it, going, freezer cooking. Okay, I could get behind this. I tried it once before, right before the twins were born, and I did like 6 meals, not from Once a Month Meals, but just another random freezer cooking website, and they didn't turn out that great. They weren't good. They were all done in a crock pot. They just, there was one stir fry one that was actually decent, but the vegetables just turned to mush, and it wasn't great. So I was kind of gun shy. So I was watching this website and this Facebook page for Once a Month Meals. And they have 7 different meal plans. Every month, there's traditional, which is just, hey, here you go. Kind of encompasses everything. They have a paleo. They have a Whole Foods. They have a gluten-free, dairy-free. They have a diet. They have an allergens menu. There's a 7th one. I'm drawing a blank. But you can, it is a paid for subscription. I hate to tell you guys this, but it is paid for. But when you pay for the subscription, you can access the recipes at any time. So you can click on the month's menu and go, oh yeah, I want to try this one and try this one. And you can print off the recipe. But when you pay for a subscription, you can specify, I need to feed 4 people, or I need to feed 6 people, or 8 people. And it will make up your recipes, your shopping list, your prep work, everything for that many people. So while my mom was here, I decided to try this so she could help me. And I pulled the trigger, paid the money for the year subscription, or you can pay monthly, but you get a discount if you pay for a year. Pick the traditional menu. I printed off my grocery list, marked off the stuff that I already had in the pantry, and we went to the grocery store. Got everything we needed. Huge cart full of stuff. Grocery bill was a little scary, but since there's only 2 of us adults eating, and I did it for 4 servings, I figured that's leftovers for us to take to work. It'll be perfect. We did that one day. Then we did our prep the next day, and they give you a prep sheet, and it's like mince 18 cloves of garlic, chunk 1 onion and dice 4 onions, grate 2 carrots and dice 14 carrots, and it goes through, and so you've got all your stuff prepped. So then the third day, which was yesterday, we started at about 9:30 in the morning, and we started baking. And for the month, there were 3 breakfast recipes, which were all done in muffin tins. So it's like little mini breakfast quiches, which I know I can eat like 4 of them in one sitting. So that's like 8 of them is like one breakfast. There was a mini sausage quiche. There was like a baked oatmeal that had raspberries and some kind of nut in it. And then there was a cherry pancake muffin. They all smelled fabulous while they were cooking. Then there were 3 different lunches. We'll use them for dinners too. And then I believe 8 dinners. We ended up with more of one recipe. So I ended up with, because each recipe they want you to eat twice in the month so that you divvy it up between like 2-gallon freezer bags. And I've got my freezer stocked full. In fact, hang on, I can show you guys. This is awesome. Pull up my photos here. I took a picture of the freezer. Now this doesn't include the, we didn't have the crock pot meatballs cooled and in bags yet, but, come on, let me if I hold it back. That's my freezer, my upright freezer in the garage. There's some casseroles up there. That's all the breakfast stuff. That's some fish. What's in the middle? Oh, the middle was some cheese and potato stuffed pork chops. There's a bean carrot bacon soup over here. Some Mediterranean chicken wraps. Oh gosh, I don't even remember what all's in all of these bags, but I counted, not counting the breakfast, just throwing those out because that's not going to feed us at dinner. Throwing out the breakfast, I had 27 bags, which for us is 27 meals. That's awesome. So in one day, I cooked enough food for 27 people. That was with my mom and I cooking together, or 27 times to eat. With my mom and I cooking together. I think if next month when I do it by myself, I'm going to have to space that cooking over 2 days. Because of that, my dad was baby wrangling. Grandpa was baby wrangler while hubby was at work and mom and I were cooking. We took a short break in the morning to wash a few dishes, and we took a maybe half-hour break to eat something for lunch. And that was it. And then we went out for pizza for dinner because we didn't want to cook anymore. And the kitchen, I will say this, with this freezer cooking, at the end of the day, the kitchen is a disaster. It was an absolute mess. I've run 1 load of dishes. I probably have at least 2 more loads because it's all the big stuff. I used every single one of my skillets. I used my crock pot. I used all the stock pots, the pans, everything. The biggest mixing bowl I have that's like this huge Tupperware thing a couple times. Just constant washing and rinsing and cleaning of dishes. But at the end of the day, lots of food for my family, and they're taken care of for a month. So it was a good birthday. Maybe not in the traditional sense, but I do have chocolate cake that I made a few days ago from the Pioneer Woman with a chocolate pecan frosting on top. So I'm going to go finish my coffee, which is the Hawaiian pineapple again. I wasn't in charge of grinding it this week, so my mom ground it, and it's the pineapple. And here comes Daisy. Hi, Daisy Duke. What's up? Crazy Daisy. So yeah, gonna finish my coffee and have a piece of cake and wait for the babies to get up and make dinner. And I will see you guys next week, hopefully with a little more progress. And until then, happy knitting.